15 countries attempting to capture Filipino magic. 15 countries trying to be like Filipinos, but they miss the magic. Filipino culture is undeniably captivating. Known for its vibrant festivals, warm smiles, communal spirit, and mouth-watering cuisine, the Philippines has left its mark on the hearts of people around the globe. It's no surprise, then, that some countries try to replicate this cultural magic. Yet, as much as they try, there's something uniquely Filipino that simply can't be duplicated. In this video, we'll journey across 15 countries, attempting to embrace Filipino-inspired influences, but missing that special touch. Along the way, we'll unpack what truly makes Filipino culture so remarkable and why experiencing it firsthand in the Philippines is a must for every travel enthusiast. Filipino culture, a global phenomenon. What exactly defines Filipino culture, and why is it so universally loved? The Philippines stands out because of its deep-rooted traditions and values, centered around community, family, and celebration. From the heartwarming concept of bayanihan, a spirit of communal unity, to the unrivaled zeal for music and food, Filipino life is all about joy and connection. The Philippines is also a cultural crossroads, blending Asian, Spanish, and uniquely local influences, resulting in an identity that is vibrant and dynamic. This cultural richness has spread worldwide through the millions of Filipinos living abroad and the tourism boom that's turned the Philippines into a bucket list destination. Other countries have adopted traditions and practices influenced by Filipino culture, but while some come close, they often miss the heartfelt soul that makes Filipino traditions so special. 15 countries and their Filipino-inspired elements. In this section, we'll take a look at 15 countries that have embraced Filipino-inspired traditions, attempting to capture the essence of Filipino culture, but often falling short of the mark. Brazil street festivals with Filipino flair. Brazil is known for its grand carnivals, but in recent years, some cities have looked to Filipino street festivals for inspiration. Events mimic the colorful costumes and lively music of sinulog or ati-atihan, but something is still amiss, mainly the rich cultural and religious significance that anchors Filipino festivals. Japan karaoke love. Karaoke in Japan is immensely popular, but when it tries to emulate the Philippines' karaoke nights, the difference is clear. Filipino karaoke isn't just about singing, it's about bonding with family and friends, regardless of skill level. The unpolished enthusiasm and emotional connection often found in the Philippines get lost in Japan's more formal karaoke setting. Mexico fusion cuisine. Some Mexican restaurants have begun offering their version of Filipino favorites, like adobo or pancit. While the effort is admirable, the lack of true Filipino ingredients and methods often means the dish lacks the soul of Filipino home cooking. Thailand, hospitality with a smile. Thailand is known for its warm hospitality, often trying to match the Philippines' reputation as one of the friendliest countries in the world. However, Filipino hospitality stands apart due to its personal touch. Guests are not just welcomed, but treated like family, with genuine warmth and generosity. United States Filipino-style neighborhoods. American cities with large Filipino populations, like Los Angeles and New York, have neighborhoods mimicking Filipino communities. While these spaces offer a nostalgic taste of home, they lack the familial bonds and unspoken unity that comes with living in the Philippines itself. South Korea, Filipino food markets. South Korean street markets are starting to showcase Filipino snacks like turon and lumpia. While visually impressive, they rarely manage to recreate the distinctly Filipino mix of bold flavors, scents, and textures that come from generations of perfected recipes. Australia, borrowing from Filipino beach vibes. Certain parts of Australia attempt to emulate the relaxing, friendly vibe of Filipino island life, but they often fail to capture the spontaneous community spirit. In the Philippines, even strangers at the beach feel like family, sharing food, stories, and songs. Spain festival traditions. Spanish towns draw on their shared history with the Philippines to mimic Filipino processions and celebrations. However, these replications often miss the uniquely Filipino emotional connection to faith and community that makes these events so transformative. Canada Filipino-themed restaurants. Filipino restaurants are popping up across Canada, presenting renditions of dishes like Halo Halo or Sinigang. Despite their popularity, they lack the intimate, homey feel of meals prepared and shared in a Filipino household. Malaysia, imitating Filipino night markets. Malaysia, a foodie paradise, has experimented with Filipino-style night markets. While visually engaging, they often miss the vibrant energy and lively chaos of their counterparts in the Philippines. Italy, Filipinos' warm community spirit. Italian communities inspired by Filipino migrant workers often try to replicate the Bayanihan spirit. However, without deeply rooted traditions, it sometimes feels more structured than the natural generosity and support that Filipinos extend instinctively. Vietnam, Filipino party energy. Vietnamese party culture borrows elements from Filipino celebrations, like communal food sharing and all-night karaoke sessions. Unfortunately, the unbreakable bonds of family and friendship that make Filipino parties so memorable are difficult to replicate. UAE, extravagant Filipino events. Communities in the UAE often host Filipino-inspired events, from regular balikbayan meetups to elaborate Filipino-style Christmas feasts. While impressive in scale, these events can feel commercially driven rather than fueled by authentic cultural pride. Indonesia, Filipino-Spanish fusion. Indonesia has seen a rise in interest in Filipino-Spanish cultural fusions, influenced by shared colonial histories. One example is traditional dances, but they tend to lack the personal, storytelling nature that infuses Filipino performances. Singapore Filipino cultural exhibitions. Singapore's cultural festivals often showcase Filipino-inspired performances and culinary booths. Yet, the staged nature of exhibitions sometimes doesn't capture the authenticity and joy seen in organic Filipino experiences, even on an amateur scale. Breaking down the Filipino magic. So, what exactly is missing? What is the Filipino magic that these countries can't seem to replicate? Let's break it down. First and foremost, it's the sincerity embedded in Filipino traditions. Whether it's a dinner shared with loved ones, a karaoke contest, or a religious procession, Filipinos bring their heart and soul to every moment. It's not about going through the motions, it's about the genuine connection. The second magical ingredient is bayanihan, or the community spirit. In the Philippines, every celebration or practice is rooted in a collective ethos that revolves around helping and supporting one another. This communal bond can't easily be recreated elsewhere because it comes from a shared way of living deeply ingrained in Filipino values. Finally, the essence of Filipino culture lies in its joy. Filipinos are known for their resilience and their ability to find light, laughter, and love in even the smallest experiences. This intrinsic optimism permeates every aspect of their lives, making their traditions feel genuinely uplifting and heartwarming. Lessons and inspirations for travel enthusiasts. For travel enthusiasts captivated by the countries trying to replicate Filipino culture, here's a word of advice. Don't settle for just a taste. Experience the real thing in the Philippines, where the culture is authentic, the warmth is unfiltered, and the magic is undeniable. Visitors to the Philippines are encouraged to immerse themselves in local traditions. Attend festivals like Sinulog or Pahiyas to truly feel the energy and devotion of the people. Sing karaoke in the company of locals, where talent doesn't matter as much as camaraderie. Share a Filipino meal with a family and realize that every dish comes loaded with stories, love, and heritage. Remember, Filipino culture isn't just about participation, it's about connection. To truly appreciate it, you must dive into the why behind every practice, from faith and family to history and hope. Conclusion. The global fascination with Filipino culture is a testament to its universal appeal. From warm smiles to vibrant celebrations, the Philippines continues to inspire the world, even if the nuances of Filipino life are hard to replicate. If you've only experienced secondhand versions of Filipino culture through exhibitions, restaurants, or festivals abroad, you owe it to yourself to go to the source. Visit the Philippines and discover for yourself why the magic of this beautiful country cannot be copied. It can only be lived. So pack your bags and let the Philippines become your next unforgettable travel destination.